it decreases the ability to produce white blood cells by 50% from your first. Then 8 weeks later, which is white blood cell reproductive system, so your ability to make another generation of white blood cells is 8 weeks. That's why they set it up 8 weeks later, to hit it again. So you hit the white blood cell ability while it's down. So now what you do is now they decrease the saline in the second one, and they increase the harmful ingredients. So now you have a shift in the ingredients. So they decrease the saline and increase. So now there's a shift. And then what they do is that second dose attacks your ability to make white blood cells by an additional 25%. So now you only have a white blood cell ability, like the ability to make white blood cells functioning at 25%. So you just wiped out 75% of your military and the ability to make that military. Then what they do is the booster has 81 strands of foreign bacteria that your cells have never come across, so you don't have the antibodies to fight it, but you only have 25% of your white blood cell production to be able to fight it, so it's a losing battle. So then what starts to happen is you start to get chronic inflammation that goes to the areas that you had predisposition. So if you are someone that has gut health issues, that's your area that it's going to focus on, and you're going to have inflammation in the gut health. If it's respiratory, if you have tumor or cancer, or if you have, say, endometriosis, or you have a skin condition, whatever that is, it's going to inflame that area, because now the body has hit the sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight or flight, and the body is in a chronic inflammatory state with a low immunity and a low immune response. Then you get your second. What the second has is it has 8 strands of 8. And now what that does is it completely shuts off your ability to make white blood cells. And if you Google what that disease is, it is AIDS. So now we have people that are walking around with no immune system, no ability to make an immune system, 81 strands of foreign bacteria, and then also 8 strands of foreign, along with all the other harmful ingredients.
Shalom, shalom. It's the brother Hadab, y'all. I'm from the GMS Mobile, Alabama camp. Coming at you with another lesson. But before I get started, I want to give all glory, praise, and honors unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and safety to the whole field elect that's scattered abroad, preaching the truth and sincerity. To you, I want to say shalom. And this topic, I don't have a title for it yet, but basically, it's gonna be about, never trusting your enemy, man, because these are the things that Esau is doing. He's performing his biological warfare like he always have been doing. And when that jump shot was coming out, that they were trying to use a scare tactic to get everybody to receive it. All right, people was getting skeptical, man. All right, they were scared, to get it, because it been these people in the white coats, some was saying, get it, and some was saying not to get it, so they was on the fence about it, man. And for the ones that did get it, hey, if this right here, what this lady saying is true, then hey, you pretty much, you got you got easy eat, man. But I want to start in the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 28, because this is a commandment, man. All right, it reads, verse 28, it reads, ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh. The point is, ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh. All right, then it say, for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord Yahweh. All right, so you shouldn't, be getting piercings. You shouldn't be getting tattoos. All right, you shouldn't be getting that snake bite. What we call it, man, because it's piercing your flesh whenever you getting something injected into your skin, man. All right, and if you kept the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments, to the best of your ability, you wouldn't have got that. Okay, you wouldn't have received of that plague, man. Okay, if you was true followers of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But this is Jeremiah 17 and verse 5. It say, thus said the Lord Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departed from the Lord. Right, man? Here it is, you trusting in man. You trusting everything you hear your preacher say. You trusting everything you hear your white coat say. You get monthly checkups or whatever. You trust in that. Hey, it's cursed, man. And here it is, you listening to the white coats, and here it is, you received of this plague, man. All right, and because you're not knowledgeable of your temple, you gonna suffer with this, man. And even if you was knowledgeable with your temple, it's still of the Lord if He want to hear you or not, man. If He wanted you to receive that plague, then hey, it is what it is, man. Because hey, first of all, like I said, go back to Leviticus, man. Making cuttings in your flesh, man. These are the things we're not supposed to do. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Right. Esau is wicked as hell, man. Okay, he was set up to bring peace from the earth, man. Okay, he was set up to be the Lord's whipping stick, man. To punish the Israelites first and foremost, and the rest of these heathens, man. But here it is, you trusting your enemy, thinking that he's gonna protect you from something he putting out there, man. Okay, he's making shekels off of his industry, man. This man is getting rich behind making you people feel terrible, man. And then you run down to him for a solution, but all he doing is putting a band-aid on it. He is not solving the root issue, man. And then that was the same thing, that happened to our people back when they ran down to get to get a snake bite, and they received plagues, man. They received plagues. That it was a lot of videos coming out on that, man. As a matter of fact, let me get Ecclesiastes 1 and verse 9. It say, the thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. So history repeats itself, man. History repeats itself. So just like back then, they did that Tuskegee experiment. Okay, it's the same thing today, man. When the plague, came out back in 2020, man. And here it is, you got you got the plague that everybody's scared of, man. They'll probably choose any plague but this, so-called, thing, man. But I want to get this is Job chapter 13 and verse 4. It read, but ye are fathers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. Right, there's of no value, man. Of no value. So If you know this, why would you run down there for every little thing that's going on wrong with you, man? You know, you get a cold, a sore throat, you know, stopped up sinuses or whatever. You run down to Egypt for help. You know, you run to this man looking for him to help you, man. But yeah, he do things like this. He experimenting on you, man. This is this Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 50. It reads, if thou would not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious book, Salakia, that thou may fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord Yahweh thy power. Then the Lord Yahweh will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sicknesses, and of long countenance. So you don't think that this 3-letter word, okay, is of long continuance, you know, sore sicknesses, you know. Verse 60, it say, moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt which thou wast afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord Yahweh bring upon thee until thou be destroyed, man. Okay, and that 3-letter word could actually turn into another 3-letter word, man, that start with an A and end with D. Alright. And that right there is when your immune system completely shuts down, man. Alright. So you trying to convince people to get the snake bite and you know, trying to cause a division, the bitten ones against the unbitten ones. You know, like y'all real smart out here, man. And then you have somebody say, well, you know it's killing people. The Lord gave you common sense. Yeah, he did. I am truly, you know, woke up out of darkness to this white man's bullshit, man. Okay, and they you know, getting countless, you know, repeatedly snake bites and add-ons, I'm gonna call it, you know, additives, you know, right along with the bite. So you get a bite and you pop a pill, you know. Hey man, you people is through, man. You know, you people are docile and y'all listen to everything that Esau, you know, tell you to, man. But I'm going to end it off right there. You know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, giving all glory and praises unto your Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem and Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who teach and rule well. Peace and salutation to the whole elect, the sky to the broad, preaching the truth.